What's up, everyone? Today we're making
椒鹽豬扒
salt and pepper pork chops, a dish my dad has made thousands of times.
Hello， 朋友們，大家好啊！今日同大家介紹呢個呢椒鹽豬扒。椒鹽豬扒就好簡單配料嘅啫，係1磅多啲嘅豬肉、青椒少少、紅辣椒少少、辣椒、蒜頭、葱，係咁多嘢啦。
Salt and pepper pork chops are just one of the wildly popular salt and pepper style dishes in Cantonese cuisine. There are countless other proteins you can cook in this style, such as squid, fish, chicken, and tofu, to name a few. Browse through a couple recipes online and you'll see that the seasonings can also vary based on your particular preferences, with some recipes featuring 5-spice, Sichuan peppercorns, black pepper, or jalapenos. Despite all the variety, these dishes all share in the wonderful combination of spicy, salty flavor and crispy yet tender texture in each bite.
我哋而家呢就先切咗啲配料先啦。
We'll only use 1/5 of a red bell pepper here. First, we'll cut it into strips. Then rotate to dice.
呢個就青椒，
We'll dice the green bell pepper the same way.
就葱、
We'll dice 1 scallion.
蒜頭兩粒，拍碎佢。
Then we'll peel, smash, and mince 2 garlic cloves.
嗱，紅椒仔我俾半隻就夠啦，好辣嘅呢啲。如果你想食得辣啲嘅，就俾多啲。自己種嘅呢啲喺出面摘出嚟。
Addison from Patreon asks, what other chilies are great substitutes?
Some chili is really spicy. Some chili is less spicy. You can choose whatever you want, or you don't have to add chili. The material for the seasoning for the pork chop is already have a pepper.
Yeah.
The white pepper made this dish have a flavor. So chili also bring more extra. So you don't have to add chili, but you can.
呢個主角嚟㗎啦，我哋咧先切咗佢先嚇。嗱，睇下佢啲紋喺度啊嘛。我哋咁樣一塊塊咁整開佢，呢啲根唔好要啦。嗱，呢啲咧呢度分開佢。
Ho Ling from Patreon asked, what specific cuts are best for this dish?
破汁都得，破汁都 OK。
What is it?
呢個係好啲。
Okay, something cute. My mom makes these sheets for us every time. She asks Dad, and she painfully writes down all the ingredients.
Okay.
This will be the original cookbook, just copies of that.
Different part of the pig have a different kind of pork chop. This one I like the pretty much most. It's called
Pork loin sirloin chop.
yeah. In Chinese is 里脊脊肉，就腰肉塊. This is the pig, right? So this is the part of the pig. So this is the hair of the pig. This part is close to the butt leg, the top part of the butt leg. For family cooking without the bone is easier because when you cut the pork chop very thin, it's hard with the bone. So actually you can cook with the bone and no bone pork chop.
This time you use no bone.
Yeah, this time we prefer no bone. Easier for our audience
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
一塊夠咁樣切咗佢先，片開佢2塊嗱。
After cutting the pork to your desired size, we'll turn the knife sideways to halve the pieces to around 1/4 inch thick.
好啦，仲要咩咧？我仲要拍一拍佢喎，俾佢刀背咁，
How do you prevent the pork from getting too tough?
俾佢刀背咁得，咁我啲肉咪鬆咯，鬆咗之後佢咪唔會實咯。嗱，你中意大嚿啲嘅，好似呢嚿咁切開佢啦，睇住嚟喺中間嗰度。 唔好，一樣，即係佢一樣係咁薄噶嘛。
仲有咩椒鹽啊，爹哋？椒鹽魚、椒鹽
椒鹽
蝦，
咩得啦？
有冇椒鹽牛肉？
你中意椒鹽牛肉，椒鹽牛肉隨意啫嘛。椒鹽我得，你咪整我再炸咗我嚟整椒鹽咯。
No, we cannot do it.
Grandpa's got jokes, huh?
That's funny.
好啦，肉就切好啦。我哋而家咧係較呢個汁，醃一醃嗰啲豬扒先嚇。
For the pork marinade, we'll mix 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, a little bit less than a half teaspoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of cooking wine, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon of water. We'll give it a quick mix and then add 1 teaspoon of sugar and a half teaspoon of salt. We have all of these ingredients listed on our blog at madewithlau.com, along with step-by-step instructions and video clips to guide you as you make the recipe at home.
好啦，而家咧就俾啲肉落去撈啦嗱。
We'll mix the pork in with the marinade by hand for about 1 minute.
又俾多個湯匙嘅水落去先，唔夠水，即係2個湯匙水。
點知如果唔夠水？
你唔夠水，啲肉發唔起，知道嘛？呀，而家好啦，咁佢咧炸好佢就好靚噶啦，但係最好就有1個鐘頭咁上下啦，啲肉先至吸晒嗰啲汁水入去。
After 30 to 60 minutes of letting the pork marinate, we're ready to cook. I also wanted to make a special shout out to thank all of our wonderful Patreon supporters for helping bring this video to life. If you enjoy our videos and are interested in supporting us directly, head on over to patreon.com/madewithlau to learn more.
嗱，我哋而家整之後開始炸下，開火。我哋而家用粟米油，用2杯嘅油上去啦。啲油炸完都仲可以食得係用得到嘅，我嚟煮嘢食嘅。
The reason we're using corn oil here instead of something like olive oil is because olive oil has what is called a lower smoke point, which is the temperature at which the oil starts shimmering or rippling and starts smoking or burning. Smoking oil isn't always a problem and sometimes even desired for getting that perfect wok hei in your stir fry, but it's a sign that the oil is breaking down, which can release burnt or bitter flavors or even harmful free radicals. Here's a chart that highlights the smoke points of a few of the most common cooking oils. There are a few other factors that go into selecting oils, like whether they're neutral or flavored, or refined or unrefined. Most cooking oil is created by extracting and compressing seeds and nuts, and oils that are unrefined, raw, or virgin are usually bottled almost immediately. They generally have more nutrients, but a lower smoke point and shorter shelf life. Refined oils go through more processing for a higher smoke point, a longer shelf life, and a more neutral flavor. For simplicity's sake, for frying, you generally want to use neutral refined oils like vegetable oil, refined olive oil, or corn oil.
好啦，而家咧未夠熱嘅時候咧，俾隻蛋落去到嗰啲豬扒先。
While the oil heats up, we'll add half a beaten egg into the marinated pork.
而家撈勻咗先嚇。
蛋有咩作用？
等啲蛋碎索啲乾粉上炸起上嚟咧，嚿肉咧會脆啲嘅。
After the egg is thoroughly mixed in, we'll put 3 tablespoons of cornstarch on a large plate, which we'll use to coat the pork before frying. As an overview, we'll be frying the pork twice. First, in batches at around 380 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1.5 minutes to cook the pork. Then, a second time, but all together at around 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds to make the outside coating more crispy.
點知道嗰啲油夠溫度夠高啦嚇？你俾一個濕嘅嘢落去，佢馬上就炸得聲係咪？即係話證明啲油會夠溫啦。而家仲可以話真係太熱啦，我加得唔得凍嘅油上去。
To cool down the oil a bit, my dad adds 2 more tablespoons of room temperature oil to the pot.
好啦，而家咧就開始咧攬啲粉先去炸下。
We'll coat each piece of pork with cornstarch before dropping it into the oil to fry.
而家俾嘢落去啦，而家就可以炸開翻熱啦，唔使啊嘛。
中火。We'll drop them in one at a time, carefully, and fry them in batches to not overcrowd the pot. We'll fry the pork until the outside crust is a light golden brown, or about 1.5 minutes.
就要隔起㗎啦。係啊，黃色就已經係熟㗎啦。
而家係380度。
係啊，咁即係停一停油，等陣再燒熱嘅油咧，再俾翻落個翻炸翻佢。第一次咧炸嘅時候咧，佢啲水分咧就吸晒喺粉喺面上嗰度。第二次炸嘅時候咧，喺個咩表皮上嗰啲汁咧，嗰啲肉汁咧就揾乾水佢，咁咧個肉就香啦，就脆啦。
因為你唔係一直擺晒落去，你點記得？
睇到㗎嘛，一直擺落去之後白色，炸好嗰啲咪黃色啦嘛。
Belinda from Patreon asks, how do you keep the kitchen clean while frying?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay.
炸嘢冇可能整到好乾淨，炸完馬上抹翻乾淨嘅咯。
Some of the people, they will open the door, let the air circulate very well, go out very fast. And some people like a deep fry in the garage or outside the yard. So that way the smoke or the oily smell will go out very quick. So you don't have to clean the stove area. You save a lot of time.
好，再燒翻熱嘅，就之後咧倒佢落去翻炸。
開猛火啊！
開猛火，等啲油燒翻滾啲嘛。
450度。After the oil is hot again, we'll fry all the pork together for a second time for about 30 seconds to get the outside extra crispy. A lot of people ask, including Nancy from Patreon, how do you keep the meat tender and the crust crispy and the meat juicy as well.
炸兩次嘅時候佢咪脆咯，但係你脆嘅時候你又快脆啲食，就覺得佢脆咗咯。你擺耐咗佢就唔脆啦。
So for the juiciness, just like Daddy say, when you marinate the meat, so all those juice is absorbed inside the meat, and then you put the egg outside the meat, it kind of lock the juice inside. So that way will keep the meat really juicy.
好啦，而家就炸好咗啦。
Now to put the dish together, we'll heat up a wok on medium heat. While we wait, we'll mix together 1 tablespoon of garlic salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. If you've never heard of white pepper, it's a spice that's ground up from white peppercorns. Fun fact, black and white pepper actually both come from a fruit. The same fruit, to be exact. White peppercorns, black peppercorns, green peppercorns, red peppercorns. These are all the same berry from the same pepper plant, Piper nigrum. The main difference is when and how they're harvested and processed. Black peppercorns are dried as soon as they're picked, and their skin becomes black and shriveled. White peppercorns are soaked for at least a week, which allows the outer skin to decompose. This leaves just the seed to be dried with its distinctive heat and concentrated spiciness. As you'll see in my dad's recipe, even a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper in a seasoning is enough for a flavorful and spicy kick of heat. Now when the wok is hot, we'll add about a teaspoon of the oil we just used.
啲蒜頭、紅辣椒仔，炒香蒜頭先，青紅椒俾咗落去。
After stir-frying the garlic and bell peppers for about 30 seconds on high, we'll add the scallions followed by all of the pork. After tossing the pork in with the aromatics for about 30 seconds, we'll add our seasoning.
好啦，俾埋嗰啲蒜子鹽，
唔係一直走晒啊！
咁你咪唔撈唔勻啦，俾晒落去咪。
After adding in our seasoning, we'll cook for another 15 to 20 seconds before turning off the heat.
好啦，閂火。
We'll continue to mix for another 20 to 30 seconds until the seasoning is evenly coating the pork. Then we can plate it.
Yeah? 會鹹得滯。入邊仍軟滑，出邊就脆啦嘛。OK， 好啦，朋友們，呢個椒鹽豬扒就好咗啦，希望大家中意。紅隊食飯，支持嘢。
Thank you.
Cheers! Cheers!
Good, huh?
I love that.
You love that.
It
right?
doesn't even taste like pork.
When I go to the restaurant, someone will ask me, okay, you can order your favorite dish. In my mind, I will pack up this dish.
Really?
I thought you didn't.
With pork?
Yeah, pork.
Wow.
It's one of my really favorite dish I eat in the restaurant.
Wow.
And then he say, why you always order that? I like this because just made me have such good appetite.
Okay, what's your favorite?
你最中意食乜嘢？椒鹽乜嘢
我冇所謂，我乜都食。
？For me, 椒鹽 squeeze.
Yeah.
Ah.
I love squid. I love squid.
咁都係。
That's my favorite.
Oh.
Yo!
I am my
Yeah.
mother's son. Do you like fried squid too?
Yeah, that's good. Right now I'm craving it with fish. Yeah, I just want it with like a thin fish, so crispy.
Dang, we gotta do both of them.
We do it. Do a seafood night.
We're done.
Oh.
Wow!